Located right at the base of the San Jacinto mountain range is a city with the oldest windmill farm in the United States and is famous for its large concentration of mid-century modern architecture. It's a city that features the largest rotating tram cars in the world and holds the world's largest collection of flyable World War II airplanes. It's a city for hiking lovers with desert trails that lead you to views of the city and also mountain trails that lead you to views full of nature. It's all located in the desert city of Palm Springs, California, the same city that has beautiful areas to eat and shop at, beautiful women soaking up the sun at pool parties, and beautiful guys like me starting a brand new series of YouTube videos and introducing you all to a different city here in Southern California. My name is Kris. If this is your first video you're ever watching on my channel, so feel free to click on that subscribe button. In this video, I'm going to be talking both about the different areas of Palm Springs and a little bit of the attractions in the nearby cities. On a side note, I link both the products and the equipment I use for both leisure and filming purposes in the description area, so feel free to check those out. Having said that Palm Springs is famous for its architecture, that means there are all kinds of different doors full of color and style. I've never in my life been so obsessed with doors before, and I still have so much more to show you right after I close this door. So Palm Springs is one of the 9 cities that make up the Coachella Valley, which is known by many as Greater Palm Springs. You can easily spend around 10 days in the area, with a few days of relaxing at resorts and spas, a few days going on different kinds of hikes, and a few days of just exploring around. It's only a 2-hour drive from Los Angeles, a 4-hour drive from Phoenix, Arizona, and located right along the 10 freeway, therefore also making the area a very good pit stop for both shopping and lunch. While I'm on the topic of Greater Palm Springs, the region does have the most pools per capita in all of America, from numbering over 50,000. And because of the diverse amount of hotels, the pools come in all shapes and sizes. Having said that, you can get a hotel with a pool on a rooftop bar, a hotel that's half Moroccan on one side and half Mediterranean on the other. One that's full of colors and has a reputation for pool parties, another one where you can have breakfast right in front of the pool, and even a resort with an island of pools around a lake so big you can actually ride a gondola around the property. There are plenty of historic hotels where many Hollywood stars have stayed, multiple small and boutique hotels that are full of art and beautiful decorations. Above all else, there's plenty of resorts with good-sized pools. Now for all of you food and coffee lovers, there's many unique and creative restaurants, including one that makes you feel like you're at an art museum. Then there's another one that makes you feel like you're in the south of France, and even another one that makes you feel like you're flying in an airplane without the turbulence. There's one that's very tropical themed with tiki statues, one where you can have breakfast with a view of a golf course, and another one where you're sitting near waterfalls. There are many that have second-story outdoor patios where you can enjoy a beautiful sunset, plenty of others where you can enjoy a great city view, and even a few where you can dine along scenic lakes. There's many that have great nightlife, but there's at least one where you can dine right in front of a fireplace. There's also many unique coffee shops to start your day, such as having it with your breakfast next to art galleries or having it in a shop full of record players. There's a cafe that offers some pretty good views of the desert, and if you're a fan of Harry Potter, then you won't be disappointed. There's plenty of bars and nightclubs to start your night, but you can't forget about the well-lit up Tiki Bars that serve up fiery treats and drinks. Now there's 2 more fast facts that I would like to add about the Coachella Valley, aka Greater Palm Springs. The first is that it is the date capital of America, from producing more than 80% of dates in the entire country. There are multiple date farms throughout the region, and one thing you must try out here are the date shakes. They're very popular items for many visitors, and they're pretty hard to miss with so many signs being outside almost any ice cream store. The second fact is that it is known to be the golf capital of America from having over 100 golf courses. As for the city of Palm Springs, there's plenty of areas in the city itself that are all near within each other. Northern Palm Springs features the Uptown Design District, which is the best part of town to eat and shop at for art lovers, as well as choosing a hotel full of pretty designs and awesome architecture. There's also the world-famous aerial tramway that takes you up over 8,000 feet into the San Jacinto Mountains and offers over 50 miles of hiking trails. South of the Uptown District is downtown Palm Springs that not only offers more options of dining and shopping, but also the bigger type of hotels located either near or right on the main strip. And of course, it's the place to be for nightlife lovers, including the street fair that takes place every Thursday evening. Located just behind downtown is one of the oldest neighborhoods in the city, known as the Historic Tennis Club. It's the place you visit when you want to book a small historic hotel, a laid-back hotel with a nice pool, and is within walking distance to all of downtown's attractions. South Palm Springs not only has a great selection of small and popular hotels, but is a short distance away to multiple hiking trails that are good for both beginners and advanced. There's also the Morton Botanical Garden that attracts many visitors with many kinds of cacti and desert plants. Whatever area decides to be your favorite, all of them have either homes or buildings that are a part of many annual modernism tours, including celebrity homes from the city attracting Hollywood stars since the 1920s. Now to briefly mention the remaining 8 cities of the Coachella Valley with some more hotels and attractions I recommend. Directly north of Palm Springs is the city of Desert Hot Springs that has the nickname of Spa City from all the mineral springs you can relax in. I was able to experience the Azure Palm Hot Spring Resort that has a total of 5 mineral pools, 4 giant jacuzzis with 2 of them indoors, multiple saunas, and the largest mineral pool in Southern California. Immediately east of Palm Springs is Cathedral City, which is another city known for public art, especially around the Civic Center. A brand new hotel that impressed me with a lobby full of designs and style was the Paloma Hotel, where I was further impressed when I checked into my room. It's not a far walk to the pool area, and then next to it is a beautiful Spanish restaurant full of great atmosphere. After Cathedral City comes the city of Rancho Mirage, where one of my favorite shopping areas is located, known as the River Mall, featuring fine dining on the water, as well as a cinema and plenty of other shops. Across the street is the Omni Rancho Las Palmas that includes a 27-hole golf course, a combination of 444 guest rooms and suites, and plenty of other luxury amenities. Up the street is the Sunnyland Center and Gardens, which is another attraction full of different garden walks that feature over 70 kinds of desert plants from many parts of the world. Now going into the heart of the Coachella Valley is the city of Palm Desert. One of the first attractions that comes to mind for many people is the luxury El Paseo shopping district, which is known as the Rodeo Drive of the desert, from having a combination of upscale shopping and luxury restaurants stretching around a mile long. Speaking of upscale and luxury, the JW Marriott Palm Desert is a short drive away. The property features golf courses, lakes, and another restaurant to enjoy some more waterfront dining. Located in the lobby are the gondolas that take you cruising under small pedestrian bridges and other areas of the property for a very cheap price. East of Palm Desert is the small resort city of Indian Wells that not only offers more luxury places to stay and relax at, but also has the second largest tennis stadium in the world with an additional 29 courts. From there comes the city of La Quinta that is known for its Old Town area with adobe buildings and is much more active every Sunday with the city's farmers market. Up the road, there's a chateau on the lake that features a total of 24 rooms, including the bungalow suites with balconies. The restaurant here, of course, lets you dine on the water, and overall an amazing way to spend your evening. Moving on to the last 2 cities located on the far eastern side of the Coachella Valley, with the first one being the city of Coachella itself. You're not going to find many resorts or attractions in this town, but it does have multiple date farms in and around the city that are worth driving past if you happen to be near or around the area. The neighboring city of Indio is known to be the city of festivals, a very popular attraction year-round that goes back to the year 1924 is the Shields Dates Garden. Inside is a store full of many kinds of dates, including a counter that serves up more date shakes, which were my personal favorite. Behind there is both a date farm and a biblical-themed garden walk featuring over 20 statues of Jesus Christ during different stages of his life, including a replica of the open tomb next to the giant statue of him rising from the dead. Now, the next topic I'm going to be talking about are a few tours and activities the valley has to offer. When driving into the city, it's impossible to miss the many windmills located on both sides of the freeway. The first windmills go all the way back to the year 1982, making the area the oldest windmill farm in the entire country. Over the years, the number of windmills went up to roughly 5,000, with the lifespan of each windmill being around 30 years and an increase in technology throughout the decades. The number of windmills have decreased and have been replaced by newer windmills being more efficient. You can learn a lot more when going on one of the tours that lasts roughly 2 hours. Inside the information center, you can learn a lot about the history of the windmills and how they generate electricity throughout the whole Coachella Valley. Then 5 miles down the road are the famous Cabazon dinosaurs, a well-known roadside attraction that has been around since 1975 and dressed accordingly during each season. Now, another cool place that's located all the way on the other side of the valley is the famous San Andreas Fault line, which runs more than 800 miles in California. To access it, I suggest booking Red Jeep Tours because they have access to many areas where no other company can go. Inside one of them was my favorite part of the tour, where we were able to drive through canyons that were created by a combination of flash floods and faulting over the years. We even walked through one of them to get some pretty cool photo opportunities and learn a lot about the formation of rocks that go back over 2 million years. Then directly behind the fault gouge, there's another area that features more streams, palm trees, and was a place where Native Americans once lived. During a mile walk, you'll learn on this part of the tour how they would gather food and other ways they lived. You'll learn in a lot more detail in a nearby village about their lifestyle and culture by going inside different huts that are full of exhibits on how they hunted, tools they used, and overall getting a first-hand experience on how they lived. If you decide to fly into the local airport, the Air Museum is located right next door that features a total of 5 different hangars and holds the world's largest collection of flyable World War II airplanes. I was fortunate enough to fly in the C-47 Skytrain that's famous for parachuting thousands of paratroopers on D-Day. The flight was 20 minutes going over many of the valley's landscapes and resorts, including a brief moment where you can walk right up to the cockpit. As for the 5 hangars, there's 2 of them dedicated to World War II. The first is all about the war in the Pacific that features a big exhibit of the Pearl Harbor attack in December 1941, the Battle of Midway that turned the tide of the war, and the Japanese surrender in September 1945. The second hangar is all about the war in Europe that features a big exhibit about the D-Day landings in June 1944 and other important events during the war. It will then lead you to the third hangar that features more aircraft and also a small cafe. The fourth hangar houses aircraft used in both the Korea and Vietnam Wars, along with a large timeline of events during the Cold War. The last one, which recently opened in April 2022, houses the F-117A Nighthawk used in the War on Terror and another timeline of events starting from 9/11. Overall, you can spend at least a full day between looking at all the exhibits and watching all the videos. Starting in my next video, I'm going to be talking all about the Uptown Design District, featuring popular restaurants, newly built boutique hotels, and also the many hiking trails of the famous aerial tramway. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.